Greetings and salutations. So today we're looking at both the original Gojira and its American remake, Godzilla King of the Monsters, which came out like approximately 2 years after Godzilla came out. So let's go ahead and talk about both these films and see what makes them different and what the American version helps bring to the film, and what in a way takes away. So let's go ahead and talk about them. Greetings and salutations. How's everyone doing today? So today we're looking at a duology when it comes to Godzilla films. In this case, we're looking at the original Godzilla film from 1954, and as well as the Godzilla King of the Monsters, which was an Americanized edit of the film for American audiences in 1956. So let's go ahead and look at the first film we'll be discussing, which is Godzilla, or Gojira. So Godzilla deals with the Japanese authorities dealing with the sudden appearance of a giant monster whose attack triggers fears of nuclear holocaust during post-war Japan. What can one say that probably hasn't been already said many times when it comes to the film that started it all? It's got great actors, great cinematography, I feel like. It's also got great, honestly, when it shows sequences, I think it has good lighting. Heck, even the film, in a way, kind of give the idea of the art of suitmation. Which was, the idea of a stunt performer inside a suit interacting with miniatures on a set. The two actors I gotta say from this film that really stand out for it to me is Takashi Shimomura as Dr. Kyoko Yamana. I apologize, I'm not the greatest when it comes to pronouncing Japanese names. I apologize. Or as well as the actor who plays Shirazawa. I think they both do a great job, honestly. I mean, everyone in this cast does a great job. The reason why I'm having those two is because, honestly, I think those two characters, they have two duologies when it comes to the characters, and the fact that not Shirazawa, but Dr. Yamaye, he is basically he believes, like, say, hey, we should not be trying to, we should make sure, like, Godzilla is not, like, a risk to us, because he's destroying our villages, he's destroying our country in a way. He sees, like, say, this creature is the last one of his species. We need to see what if there is any more like him, because what if his species does die and we're the cause of it? And I also love Shirazawa's other point of view when it comes to, like, say, his which was his super weapon, the Oxygen Destroyer. Basically, he has created this, like, what he calls it a weapon, as soon as you put it in the water, the oxygen of, like, say, or things you need for creatures to survive eventually dissipate, and eventually they die from asphyxiation. And I gotta say that I like the fact that, like, whenever he says, like, say, I'm afraid if I put this out into the world, we could have something more dangerous than something like a hydrogen bomb and the A-bomb and all that. Like, say, all these, like, nuclear ideas, like, say, what would happen? Do we need this out in the world? Kind of views, like, say it. Honestly, I think that is really fascinating, and I kind of think it is, like that idea, like, say, hey, like, with, like, all bombings and all that stuff, or also culture, like, say, what is Godzilla to this, community that is affecting them? Is he a creature that was, like, laid dormant? Is he a creature that was affected by, nuclear energy and all that? It's honestly, yeah. But honestly, I think in that one thing that really helps film is the acting. Especially near the end of the film, or when, like when Serizawa sacrifices himself. I also think that even today, the moments where Godzilla is doing the destruction of Tokyo and all that, I think it is really still holds up, honestly. And honestly, I feel like if, I'm not saying that I don't wish this would happen, but I feel like if Godzilla King of the Monsters hadn't happened, I feel like, even though probably, I guess at the time, American audiences really weren't ready for a Japanese monster film, I feel like if it had given them time, they probably would, like, say, okay, we'll accept this. So, speaking of which, let's go ahead and look next at our next film, which is Godzilla King of the Monsters. So what happened in this film? Well, an American reporter covers a giant reptilian monster's attack on Japan. The film, basically what this film does differently is it has the actor Raymond Burr as Steve Martin, a news reporter who's basically giving, like, say, like, here's what's going on. And he has a lot of voice narrations that will happen during sequences.
A prehistoric monster the Japanese call Godzilla has just walked out of Tokyo Bay. He's as tall as a 30-story building. Now he's making his way toward the city's main line of defense. 300,000 volts of electricity strung around the city as a barrier.
And there's also other sequences where they have actors that didn't appear in the original film, and then they just say, hey, we know you don't speak Japanese, so we're going to explain it to the character so that they can have an idea. I guess, like, say, I think in, like, say, if, like, I feel like this film does a good job with giving an American audience, like, say, who probably weren't able to experience the original film at the time. And I believe, like, say, there's still moments of this film that were in the original film, like the singing choir, which is still, honestly, that sequence is really powerful. I do think, at times I do believe that getting, like, say, like, an American perspective on, like, what the damage and all the chaos.
I can hardly believe what has just happened. Now it seems Tokyo has no defense.
I think it honestly works as well. Speaking, since, like, you know, like, the film, like, you know, after, like, say, it could have, like, say, like, wow, he could have, like, well, what did this happen back in the United States, or something like that, you know? And also, I believe that the film is dubbed and has, like, say, the actors from the original film interacting with the actor, with Raymond Burr. I do have to say that, like, say, some of the relationships that were in the original film have been kind of shortened, which is, like, all the details of, like, what's going on in the film have been pushed towards the Steve Martin character, like, the reporter. He is the surrogate character for the film. And honestly, the film ends the same way, just, like, having this reporter narrate what is happening. So I think in the film is similar enough. There are moments, like, say, with, like, when Steve Martin is, like, looking up at the hill and he sees Godzilla for the first time, it makes me wonder, like, what, did he actually see that? Or did Raymond Burr actually, like, say, okay, here's what you're going to be reacting to, you're going to be really shocked, and all that. And, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that the film does a good job. It kind of removes, like, say, all the talk of the H-bombs, the A-bombs, and all that, because I guess perhaps they were just trying to, like, say, they probably thought, we don't know how Anais would react to all this. Perhaps maybe like, we don't need to have all these anti-war perspectives, perhaps? Maybe, I'm not sure.
And Tomo, we make him mad?
Oh, he's frightened. He's terribly frightened.
He must have seen something.
He claimed he saw a monster. A horrible monster.
He saw a monster. He's had too much sake.
Oh, no, Mr. Martin.
But, honestly, I think the film, for what it is, for an Americanized edit of the film, does a good job as well. So that's just how I feel about these two films. What are your thoughts on these? On the original Gojira and Godzilla King of the Monsters? Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And if you can't, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. We'd really appreciate it. And as always, don't forget to keep your popcorn warm and buttery, your drinks ice cold, and your eyes on the screen. I shall most definitely be seeing you next time. See you later.